the undisputed most powerful and influential Jew in the country of Spain during the reign of Ferdinand Isabella, at the height of the Spanish Inquisition, was the great Rishon the Abarbanel, with a net worth, by the way, of an estimated $1 billion. His wealth and his wisdom were sought out first by the leaders in Portugal, where he originally was from, and then by Ferdinand and Isabella in Spain, who developed a nice relationship with him despite their ferocious and almost unparalleled anti-Semitism. And eventually, they decided on Tisha B'Av, August 2nd, 1492, to officially expel all the Jews from Spain. But they didn't want to lose out on the wealth and the wisdom of the Abarbanel, so Ferdinand and Isabella invited him on the day of the expulsion into their inner chamber and offered him the chance to be the only Jew allowed to remain back in Spain. And he looks at them and he says, if my people go, I go. And they begged him and they pleaded with him and they even offered to allow a minion of 10 men to stay with him in Spain. Nothing worked. My people go, I go. And he turns around and he storms out of their palace and he runs into the street and he's met by a sight of a stream of sad and broken Jews who were just dragging their few possessions and heading towards the gate to leave the country. And there were old people and there were young people and there were babies and poor people with nowhere to go, and rich people who were leaving everything behind, and people who just had looks of despair on their faces. And the Abarbanel looks at this scene, and he quickly runs down the street to a local bar, and he runs to the back where there was a band playing, and he runs up to the band, and he gives each band member some of his remaining money, hands each one a handful of gold coins. He says, follow me. And he runs out of the bar and he brings them to right in front of the gates of the city where everyone was going through. And he instructs them to sit down and start playing joyous, happy music. And the Abarbanel then got up on a crate and he made the following speech. He says, my holy Jewish brothers and sisters, I am well aware that today is Tisha B'Av, and I'm well aware that on Tisha B'Av it's prohibited to listen to music, but I'm also aware of the momentous occasion that we have in front of us. The Shekhinah, for reasons we will never know, decided to leave Spain and is heading to another place. The Jewish people are about to pick up and begin our Avodas HaKodesh somewhere new, my holy brothers and sisters. The same way the Jews leaving Egypt sang, and the Jews in the desert sang, and the Jews leaving Yerushalayim sang, so too we must sing. For the Shekhinah only follows people who sing. It says in the Torah, if destruction comes from lack of simcha and shira, then our only chance of rebuilding and survival somewhere else is if we lift our heads up high and sing. And so in one of the most surreal moments in all of Jewish history, the Abarbanel on Tisha B'Av forms a circle of Yidden on the very day they were expelled and dances his way out of Spain. That is our secret. We don't walk through life. We dance through life. And amongst the onlookers that day, watching in awe as the Abarbanel danced the Jews out of Spain, was a little boy named Yosef Karo, a little boy who was 4 years old, who would grow up to be the greatest decider of Jewish law ever, a little boy who would write a sefer that would change the course of Jewish history. And he begins the entire Shulchan Aruch with the words, Hisgaber Ka'ari, a Jew must roar like a lion, a Jew must be able to fearlessly sing God's song no matter what and no matter when, no matter the apparent danger or discomfort that lays in front of him. For Shira and Avodas Hashem B'Simcha isn't an add-on, or it's not a cherry on top. It's the very foundation of who we are.